Today, I will start building a LEGO Minecraft world, but there's a twist. Every time I build a chunk of the world, I'll have to spin a wheel to decide what I'm gonna build next. And one of the things on the wheel is to destroy the entire world. And once I land on that, I will have to destroy my world and the series will be over. So before we begin, let's take a closer look at the wheel. So first of all, we have cave. So if I land on this, I'm gonna have to build a little cave section. This section also has a special wheel for me to decide which cave biome I should build. And the same thing goes to structures, player build structures, and biome changes. I could also land on Lego Tendo Decides, where I could literally build anything I want for the next episode. There's also Top Comment Decides, where the top comment of the previous video decides what I'm gonna build in the next video. And here are the rest of the options on the wheel. So now that we got that out the way, let's finally spin the wheel for the first time. So for the first module, let's spin the biome wheel to decide which biome we're starting on. And here we go, it landed on plains. So since this is like the first part of the world, I'm just gonna build a basic plains little chunk, and then we'll spin the wheel for the next module. So first I decided on how the terrain will look like, and came up with this. Then I started tiling this whole thing off. But since this is gonna be a huge project and a pretty long series, I'm gonna have to improvise on saving some 2x2 green tiles. So I decided to scatter little grass patches that are made out of studs and jumpers all around the world. Next, I tiled the rest off with normal tiles. And lastly, I added some grass pieces to make the plains biome look less plain. And now that this whole thing is finished, let's add Steve and a couple more mobs surrounding him. Now that I'm done building the first part of this world, let's spin the wheel again to decide what we're building next. And it looks like I'm going to have to build a creeper hole. I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be a little harder than the first part because I'm gonna have to focus on two things: building a good terrain and building a creeper hole inside of the terrain. So the first thing I'm gonna do is build the creeper hole and then build the terrain around the creeper hole so it's a little easier. Now that I'm finished building the creeper hole, let's build the terrain around it. Now that I'm done building the terrain, let's tile it off. Now that the tiling is done, let's add some mobs and some grass. Now that I've finished the second module, let's connect it to the first one. So this was episode 1. I'm really happy with what I got so far, and I really can't wait to see what I get for episode 2. And if you guys feel the same, make sure to subscribe to not miss episode 2 when it comes out. If you guys have any suggestions on what to fix about the world so far, make sure to drop it down in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.